And now you have a problem because it came to a head that after October 7th, now a lot of Jewish kids are into Israel. Not a lot, but too big of a proportion of a percentage. And there's always been self. The thing is, like I said, there's nothing to worry about it because there's always been self-hating Jews, always since the Jewish people started. They're so sophisticated, they're so complicated from different countries. That obviously, you're gonna have self-hating people. Jews have a unique challenges when it comes to their mental health and stuff like that because of oppression, because of basically because of oppression and running from one country to the next and stuff like that. So of course you're gonna have people that self-hating Jews. I mean, most Jews make fun of themselves all the time, so most Jews are anti-Semites too, right? Go ahead. Um, so that's what's going on with the Jewish community, though. So parents are not sure what to do. My kids are anti-Israel. Okay, well, did you educate your kids in Judaism? No. You thought that was for the Orthodox and whatever. Okay, fine. Well, this is what happens now. What are they going to do? They're going to go with their friends. They're going to go with what's popular. Colombia has an interesting thing because they have one professor that's speaking up, Avi, whatever his name is, I forgot. And then historically, you always have one person speaking up. History is not is so the man. History makes the man, but it's usually the man that stands up, the one individual usually that it comes down to. And if you hear one person speaking up at Colombia, again, Colombia is a blip on the radar, but it's something that has been in the news, I guess, and it's been loud, and it's been like. Another thing is Jews cannot demonstrate. They don't know how to demonstrate. They're the worst at demonstrating. There's no one worse at demonstrating than Jewish people. Okay, it's very lame. It's very quiet. It's very soft. It's very like non-aggressive. And people are like, hey, the speakers we're here to say today, and the car passes by, and everyone's there with their sweaters and their signs, and they're cold. Okay, no one ever comes back from a Jewish demonstration. It's like, yeah, we benefited a lot. So he's came back from the Jewish demonstration. Did it help? I don't know. So Jews don't know how to demonstrate. The other side knows how to demonstrate really well. They're loud with their bangos and they're really chest register, loud, tough. They're much better at demonstrating than we are. In fact, when someone told me that the left in Israel, is copying the Arabs when they demonstrate. So that's a whole other story. But we're not talking about Israel right now. We're talking about America. Um, yeah, and then this what the unfortunate part of all this though is that it's really helping the enemy. You wouldn't think that a demonstration in America is helping the enemy, but think about Iran. If I'm watching Iran now and I have I'm unsure of my opinion about Iran and I see demonstrations from the people coming out online, we're actually pro America and we're against our own regime. So that tells me a different story, what's going on. Over here, what Hamas is seeing, unfortunately, this would come down to the actual thing, what it matters, which is horrible, which is the hostages. And they literally are not getting released. I don't know why. No one really knows the real story. I heard one rumor from one intelligence person, blah 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 blah, that they know where they are, but they would have to kill innocent people in order to get to them. Um, or you could just say they have to get to too many innocent people to get to them, and therefore Israel doesn't want to do that. That's another thing about Israel is that they're cursed with decency. Israel is really is. They don't want to be as low as their enemies, so they don't think along those lines. They never thought. It's a whole bunch of different things that's going on all at once. But because Biden he had no backing. He's not like Churchill before World War II. Biden is more like he's acting in his own political. He's probably taking cue from Obama, and Obama wasn't necessarily anti-Semitic, but he had a view of Israel like Columbia University. Well, I would say he doesn't like Jews and he's anti-Israel, but the people that worked with him, the know-alls, say that he wasn't really anti-Semitic or anti-Israel. It's just he had a view of Israel that fits the 1960s uh, um, university stuff. So he's definitely a nasty, vicious human being. He said after October 7th, no one's hands is clean. He's a disgusting, despicable human being, Barack Obama. And Joe Biden's probably taking cues from him. Joe Biden is, if this was Trump in the White House, and this has never happened, if this was Trump in the White House, he would have done something. There would have been something strong. You're dealing with Islamic terrorists, dealing with Islamic people overall, dealing with Islamic terrorists. You don't negotiate with them. They're not Westerners. They're not people that come in good faith and like have a meeting and they sign and then they're too embarrassed to break it and they discuss the contract. That's not how they work. If you have a meeting with them, they look at you like you're an idiot. If you have a meeting with them, they look at you like your weakness. So, but Americans never get that. It took Jews in Israel, took the left in Israel 70 years to get that. They never got it. Begging them, please, just if we could just make peace with you, that would be great. And we could just do anything we can to hold on to this idea of peace. Unfortunately, yeah, and then they got proven horribly wrong. Um, so, literally, in my opinion, historically, when this is done, historically, the hostages are not released because of the weakness in Netanyahu government, which comes down to America not backing them, in these demonstrations, and it's just horrible. It's the worst time for Jewish people. It's the best time to be a Jew and the worst time to be a Jew. Best time to be a Jew is because the pride is there, and you kind of know who your friends are, and you're reminded where your place in the world is, which always usually, unfortunately, not unfortunately, but that usually has a more of a pride. On the other hand, it's the worst time to be a Jew because of the well, besides the hatred from the world, it's the captives, and it's Pesach tonight. Tonight is a Seder, and we talk about freedom. Hopefully, I'll make it to a Seder, and then you think about the people that are not free, that are under Hamas. It's just it's unfathomable. We never would have thought before October 7th, or even a month or two into it, we thought for sure it's going to be resolved. 6 months, it's not resolved. It doesn't make sense. In my personal opinion, also, this shows major weakness on the Jewish state. I hate to say this because I love Israel. I'm here for 6 months. Incredibly best society here, best people here, and I'll talk about that in another video. But this shows major weakness on the Jewish state, that you couldn't figure this out. So you had to wait till now to go into Rafah. You had to wait to ask permission from America. It's not cool. In other words, basically, essentially, Jewish life is cheap, according to the Biden administration. He sold them out. Israel withdrew from Gaza. They're officially going to go into Rafah, officially not. It's not a good time. So we hope the best that Pesach. Usually, history is won by the optimists, and I'm not being very optimistic about this, but no one knows. But so far, it's not a good situation with that. So we hope the best, and we hope that the idea of freedom will come to them soon. They should go in already. Like, go in. It's not. There's no way to twist it to say, oh, okay. It's just there's a lack of moral clarity here, and the enemy sees that straight up, and there's more to talk about. But in the meantime, have a nice Pesach.